So I have this wreath kit that we put together here at Festive Creations. And here is our focal point. So it's going to include this wood sign that has the sailboat on it, the lighthouse. But also in this wreath kit, you get some of this floral pick. You get some beautiful ribbon, all three of this ribbon. You got all three. You got the 15-inch elevated work frame, and you get 2 rolls of mesh. One roll looks like this. The other one, I've already got pre-cut, but the other one is a navy blue border stripe mesh. So we're going to be pairing all of this fun stuff up together, and I got a new twist on mesh today. So I can't wait to show you what we're going to do. Actually, let me move this little guy over to this hook, because at the end, we're going to be showing you what this one looks like on the wall. That's my favorite thing to do. Let me pull up your comments. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Stephanie Williams with Festive Creations by Stephanie. I'm the owner. I've been around since 2017 making beautiful home decor, and now I sell the supplies to make that beautiful home decor, and I teach people how to grow their business. Handmade business. If you're a handmade entrepreneur, come visit me, because I am all about helping you grow your business. I am now, how many years into it? Multi 6-figure business. It's amazing what we can do when we put our minds to it. All right, let's go see. Let me find you. There we are. If it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. There it is. Good deal. Kandera, hello. Diana, hello. Central Florida in the house. Is it humid and nasty down there, Diana? I'm just curious. Just tell me it's really ugly weather, and then I'll feel better, because it's chilly here in Illinois. Trust me. Okay. So friends, what I did this time is I've pre-cut most of the mesh and the ribbon tails, because I actually have another commitment coming up right after this video. So I want to talk about that. So you're going to get 2 rolls of mesh. You're going to get the navy blue border stripe mesh, and you're also going to get this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a deco mesh, and it's got different shades of blue in it. I don't remember the name of it. So fire me. But it's lots of fun. When you look at it side by side and look at the colors, like here's the navy blue and the colors, it really blends in very nicely with our design. So it's getting ready to get humid in a few days. Diana, yuck, yuck, yuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a new twist on this. So a lot of times I will do ruffles. So please keep in mind that the navy blue border stripe mesh, I cut in 20-inch strips. 20-inch strips. So you're going to need 18 20-inch strips of the navy blue border stripe mesh. The variegated deco mesh, we're going to need 36 10-inch strips. So these I've cut in 10-inch strips, and we're going to need a total of 36 of those. Both of these will take up the entire roll of mesh. So when you get done, your mesh roll should look something like that. And I'm going to finish cutting this 10-inch mesh. Beth, what the heck, Beth? I see you, girl. That's an awesome thing. I love that for you. Girl, did you get it fixed? I love that. All right, so these are going to be 10-inch. That's all we need. So we're going to cut this entire roll of mesh at 10-inch strips, and then we're going to combine those. I'm going to leave this. Hopefully I don't need it, but it's just the very end of that roll. So again, it's going to take up all of your mesh. So for this, the kit comes with this Lighthouse wreath kit, comes with the frame, the elevated work frame in white. We're going to start with that 20-inch strip. And let me move a couple of things out of my way. And for this, let me see if I can make myself a little bit more room. there, there, and all right. So for this, we're going to use the typical curl method where I roll in just the edge of it, and then I'm going to walk right up to the center. Actually, I lied. Where's my clip? Let me clip it. We're just going to do a small curl on the end, clip, turn, and then a small curl on the end, and then walk it up. So this is a 20-inch piece, and we're going to put one of those in each of the twist ties. Now, what's the difference? Because when we get done putting all of these in, we're then going to go back and add the variegated blue. Watch how this is going to turn out. So this will give us that nice even base of the dark blue, that navy blue mesh. And so I'm just going to repeat that all the way around. In fact, on this one, I don't very seldom need that clip because it's just a little bit of a curl. And so I'm going to skip the next one and put this one in here. And then we'll come back and fill in the center. I like to skip one and then come back and fill in the center. It makes it lie nice and neat when I do that. So I'm going to repeat that all the way around. And in this case, I like to just take it and curl it. I use my body as part of this process, and it goes much quicker for me. Obviously, the 20-inch I can do pretty well without using the clips. So, so girl. All right, we'll talk. We've got a call next week, right? So it just reminds me though, if you, in general, you know, we hear it all the time. Make sure that you don't click on any links because people can be pretty convincing. I almost got shysted once with my bank, and he was skilled. He was a professional, but something in my gut was, and it was a phone call, by the way, something in my gut was telling me this just doesn't seem right. In fact, I even said it. I'm like, why don't you know my account number? You called me, you know, kind of thing. But same way with when you're looking at messages or emails or text or messenger messages, please don't click a link. Never, 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 never click a link unless you have verified it is authentic. And the best way to do that is log into your Facebook page directly and go to your account profile. So I get emails all the time or messages through my messenger, you know, that your account's going to be deactivated or your account has some suspicious activity. Click here. No. Facebook is not going to send you a message on your messenger. Go to your account profile. Also, make sure that you have two-factor authentication turned on. So that means no matter where at in the world you are, no one can log into your Facebook without you verifying that second verification. So if you're out on a cruise ship somewhere and you're not even on Facebook and you get this notification that someone at home is trying to log into your Facebook account, you know, no. And you have it set up so that you verify it from maybe your mobile device. Y'all, you cannot take enough precautions. Trust me. I promise you. And don't call the number they give you. Absolutely, Diana. Absolutely. Do not call the number they give you. It's crazy, but you know, it happens so many times. People, and it just makes my heart break when it's especially someone I know. Why is that being wonky? I think I stepped on that one. You know, it's people I know because it just breaks my heart. And, you know, we just had somebody say they had to start a whole new Facebook page. It doesn't mean that it's lost forever. And then as a business owner, as a business page owner, I pay an extra fee to Facebook every month just for an extra layer of protection. Costs me $12 a month, but it's my page is verified. So that means that they have all of my data. They've verified that I am who I am and that I live where I live. And so if there's any issues with my Facebook account, there is we skip that whole step. And Facebook is quick to help. But we skip that whole step. So, you know, if you don't have the verified button on your account, and again, it is an extra fee, then Facebook first has to go, oh, sure, you're Stephanie Williams. Yeah, go ahead. And then it takes weeks sometimes to prove that you are who you say you are. So there's all kinds of, if you just start out with doing all the privacy and security checks you can to be proactive, you're going to be so much better off. That happened to a friend of mine, Diana said, while she was in Ireland. See, that's what I mean is, you know, if you get a notification and you know darn good and well, I haven't been on Facebook or, you know, I'm not on, no, nobody's playing with it. I'm not playing with Facebook right now. That's horrible. Beth, I sure do too, because that's a lot of work and hard work. I hope that you're able to recover it. And I hope that your data is still there. The thing that concerns me the most with yours, Beth, is that the footprint is completely gone. So it's not even like someone's taken over your page as hostage. It's like the whole page is disappeared. Poof, gone. Like Beth Dennis never existed. And we know that's not true. We know that's not true. All right, we got a few more here to go around this 15-inch frame. Again, if you're just joining, I cut 18 20-inch strips for the first layer. This kit comes with 2 rolls of mesh. One of them is this navy blue, and the other one is going to be this variegated blue that you see off to the side. But we are doing a base with the navy blue. That's going to be our base. We're just using those 20-inch strips and making some curls, cruffles, woodland ruffles all the way around. And it will take the entire roll of mesh when you cut these into 20-inch strips. By the way, just an FYI, I had a sweater on before I went live, and my mesh kept sticking to my sleeves and my sweater, and I said, no, we're not doing this. So I went and put a different shirt on so the mesh wasn't clinging to me. I've never done that before. It's like the mesh is stuck to your sleeve. Love it, love it, love it. Not really. It was kind of annoying. Had to change my shirt. North Jersey, Angela, welcome, welcome, girl. How are you? How's Jersey today? Not just Jersey, North Jersey. I've been to North Jersey one time. One time. I don't get out east very often, so yeah, not often at all. In fact, that was well, you can't go much further east than that, but I've never been further north than Manhattan. That's as far northeast as I've been. My sister and I went there on a very short trip and made it count. That's what I'm going to say. I posted a photo of a tumbler and 2 of my friends thought, how if it's completely gone? How if it's completely gone? I posted a photo of a tumbler and 2 of my friends saw it. Beth, I can't answer any of those questions. We can talk about this on Tuesday on your call, okay? Sunny weather. Good for you, Angela. In Connecticut, Robin said we are going to have 80 degrees on Monday. Now I'm jealous. Look, it hasn't even been for me. It's not even been nice enough for me to work outside. like, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I'm being more like a priss. I don't know what to call it. A diva, right? Okay, so this is just the navy blue mesh. These are 20-inch strips. Now we're going to take the 10-inch strips of the variegated mesh and we're going to make them into curls. So what I mean is, actually, let me move my ribbon. And we're going to use the assistance of our bow maker here. And we're just going to roll that into a curl. And we're going to need 2 of them. I need 2 curls. I'll move the mesh or the frame here in just a moment. And so we're going to take these, stack them together, and we're going to put a curl in each twist tie. Now I will tell you that if you have your ribbon tails already cut as I do, we're actually going to stack all of this together at the same time. So if you have ribbon tails done, go ahead and get your ribbon tail ready. And I'm going to lay that in there. But instead of doing just a plain ribbon tail to finish this off, we're going to, this one is measured out at 15 inches long. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to pinch it about halfway through, and I'm going to turn the tails facing the same direction. So I'm just going to make a little loop. That's how I want it, right here like this. So pretty side up, and that's going to go right here on top. And we're going to pull that around. So each twist tie is going to have this combination. It's going to be the 20-inch ruffle that's already there. Then we're going to add 2 10-inch curls, your 2.5-inch anchor ribbon, and then we're going to follow it with the 15-inch bow tie kind of thing. I don't know what else to call it. But we're going to do this all together in one shot. All right, so let me set this aside for a moment so we can see a better picture of what's happening. And so here we go. So a little twist, as I said, on our mesh. So roll, roll, roll. This is going to be about the size of a quarter $1/2. All right. I'm going to stick it in here. 10-inch. These are 10-inch strips. That's going to go right on top. We're going to take our ribbon, our 2.5-inch anchor ribbon, set that there. And now our white ribbon, find the halfway point, point the tails so that the pretty side is facing together. And that's all going to get stacked together. Now, when I lift this off, I'm going to put that in my twist tie all at once. So instead of opening my twist tie each time to add the different layers, I'm adding them all together. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. So let me go ahead and move some of these off my table so we can kind of see that frame as we're adding them on and watch the transition. So I do have my glue pot on, by the way, because we are going to be adding some really fun summer colored florals to that. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's come back down here again and let's repeat the 10-inch strips of variegated. We're going to curl, do a curl, and anytime you can put the cut edge away from you, the better off you are. So that reduces the frame. So I want the cut edge on the bottom. I'm going to take my anchor ribbon. The anchor ribbon is cut at 12 inches. The white ribbon is cut at 15 inches. Find the halfway point, and there you go. Right like that. So we're just going to make all of these little bundles. Let me set these off to the side a little bit. And we're going to put one bundle in each twist tie. So we're going to have 18 of them when we're done. 18 bundles. Ta-da! Right inside that twist tie, and give it a couple of good twists. Repeat, rinse, and repeat. All right, now I can go back to reading your comments. Yay! Because we're just going to repeat this all the way around to all 18 slots. And before you know it, it will be a piece of masterpiece, a masterpiece of artwork. Design. Who else is crafting today? Tell me what you're working on in your craft room. Or are you just hanging out with me to see what kind of design we can come up with today? Y'all, wreath kits. You all keep asking for wreath kits. We keep producing. I appreciate all of you that reach out to me and say, hey, you know, can I get more, I'd like to see more every day, or I'd like to see, you know, something for graduation or Mother's Day. Y'all, keep it up, because you're the ones who give me inspiration. Debbie, it's fun. So it's different, you know. Dare to be different, right? It is fun. There's one. So again, we have a total of 36 of these 10-inch strips that we're curling. We're adding our 2.5. Oh, I had some over here already. Oops. Oh, well. And by doing it all at once, I've never been a person that has typically takes more than one afternoon or whatever in the craft room to finish her design. So I'm not somebody who starts something and then, oh, I'm going to come back tomorrow. No, I'm going to complete it. I'm going to keep working on it until it's done. So using this technique, if you're someone who in the past is like, well, today I'm going to work on just the mesh, and then tomorrow I'll add the ribbon tails. Yes. Fall. Oh, not saying I want, but Robin, I will tell you, did you see the reel I posted yesterday? It is no lie. So both the girls stepped out on me yesterday. Both of them, for different reasons, were not able to come to work. So I'm packing orders and I'm like, holy cow, you guys have some amazing inspiration just packing orders. But what's crazy is how much fall and Halloween I was packing yesterday. Now, typically, June is when Halloween and fall hit. Usually fall hits really hard in June is when it starts. And then Halloween, like the latter part of June. But no, you all are buying Halloween and fall now. It's crazy. It's great. In fact, who was it in my coaching group yesterday? Lisa on Tuesday, she said she's wrapping up a patriotic, this was her goal this week. So we all, in my business coaching group, a lot of times we'll talk about what our plans are, our upcoming expectations are for the following week. And so she was going to finish a patriotic and start on Halloween this week. And she sells her products in a boutique. Halloween sells well. Debbie said, nope, I start and finish all at once because I'm too excited to see the end result. And Debbie, are you like me? As soon as you get done with it, you got to take it out to your family and go, look what I made. That's what I do. Look what I made. Tell me what you think. And God love my husband. I don't know how many times I have brought out a wreath or a design or, you know, it doesn't matter, centerpiece, whatever. And I'm like, what do you think? And God love him. You know, even if it were back when I was using Dollar Tree mesh and, yeah, he would go, oh, honey, that looks great. Because, you know, it was just him and I in the house. So Emmett and Eli, they didn't live here yet. Now, Eli, I'll bet you if I show him something and he doesn't like it or he thinks it's crappy, he's not going to hold his tongue. He's the honest one. He doesn't say things just to people please. He just spits out what's on his mind. That's for sure. Trisha said, I show and send pictures to my family when I'm finished. Exactly. We all have to take photos. I don't think there's ever been a design that I have completed that I don't have a photo of. Come on now. We have to have at least one photo. Even if I were donating it to a charity or, you know, like a fundraising event, even if I were donating, I'd still take a picture just because we need to document. We're proud. We should be proud. Yes, I have a 25-year-old at home and ask him all the time. He is critical. He gives you honest feedback. Is that what you're telling me, Debbie? Your 25-year-old is giving you honest feedback? And I'm okay with that. You know what? If I didn't want to hear the answer, I wouldn't ask the question. But I think my husband a lot of times would just say yes no matter what. Or maybe he just didn't know what a wreath was supposed to look like. I don't know. It doesn't matter because we have transformed over the years. Oh, y'all, this is just the top of the wreath. So this is from the 2 rolls of mesh, the 2 different colors of mesh, and the top layer of bundles that we're adding. So let's now start adding the bundles to the outer rim. And if you recall, we have the 10-inch strips of the variegated mesh. We use the solid blue mesh from, navy blue mesh from the wreath kit. We use that on the bottom in 20-inch strips. And we put 1 20-inch strip ruffle in every twist tie. And now we are adding 2 10-inch strips curled together, topping it off with our 2.5-inch ribbon and in 12 inches, and then our 15-inch ribbon, turning the tails facing the same direction and putting it right in there. And then ta-da, pull that out and it goes right into a twist tie. So we're doing 1 twist tie all together now. Hey, Miss Karen, Robin said, my husband was not as enthusiastic until he helped me at a couple of craft fairs last year and then realized it does make money. Exactly. Oh, yeah. You know what? It's so funny because our men, and I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to, what's the word? I'm not going to put them all in the same boat. But, you know, some men tend to think that our craft stuff is like not important. Okay. Well, I don't know how else to put it, but, you know, that stereotype, there we go. Crafting is, you know, not a big deal. It's not important. I don't know what you're getting all excited about. You got a new roll of ribbon, but you know what? Wait till there's a new model of our favorite hand tool out. You know, our guys, or maybe they love to go hunting and there's a new tree for the deer hunting this year, or you know, Farm and Fleet's got this on sale, or Home Depot, Or better yet, Milwaukee. You know, they get excited too. Or maybe they have more expensive toys like four-wheelers and things like that. At least around my house they do. So it's like, you know what? We just have to respect each other's enjoyment. Not all guys understand that, yes, you can make money. They can buy all the tools, but are they making money with that tools? Are they saving us money with that tools? No, they just wanted the new tools. I bet they got a whole garage full of tools they haven't used in a year or more. And then they talk about our ribbon stash. How dare they? How dare they? Yeah. So, you know, like Gary was doing spray painting there for a while. He hasn't done it in over 3 years, but he's got probably 4 huge totes full of spray paint and all kinds of tools like for spray painting. Canvases, he purchased canvases, and you know what? He hasn't touched it in years. And it still sits out there. It sits out in the he shed. But he never says anything about my stash ever. But he sees me working in it every day too. I think that alone can make a difference. I just try to avoid the he shed. Okay, here we go. Look at how it's coming along. And look how easy that is by putting those bundles together first. All right, let's do, we're gonna finish bundles all the way around. And the colors are super fun. Look at how that's popping with our sign on there. Now, of course, we haven't added our sign yet. Let me check my glue and make sure it is, no, I need to turn it up just a little bit because I want my glue nice and warm for when we add some florals to this. That's going to be so pretty. I love the contrast. And it's going to blend in so nice. So what else is happening today on Thursday? Anything fun? Any exciting news where you're at? Besides y'all that are luxury, living in that luxury 80-degree weather today, I could live with 80 degrees. Upper 70s. I can live with that. I could be outside in my flower garden, picking weeds, mulching, all the fun things right now if it were upper 70s. But we're only going to get in the 60s today. Low 60s here in Illinois. Okay, here we go. Putting that twist on that mesh. Switching things up because we wanted this to look a little differently. So a lot of times when I use 2 different rolls of mesh in a frame, I end up alternating the colors next to each other, and it works out. It gives you a different effect when you alternate like 20-inch ruffles. So this time I wanted to give it a more of an ombre effect by doing it this way. And Diana, you know, the humidity doesn't bother me as much as it does some people. Gary, God love him, he works out in this stuff. And I always tell him, you're the one who chose your profession. He's been doing it for 30 years. He's a highway worker. So, you know, they're out there on the asphalt or digging culverts or cleaning out, you know, ditches or whatever, laying new asphalt. And I'm like, buddy, but, okay. And of course, in the winter time, plowing snow. So freezing his tush off. But I'm like, you're the one who chose your profession. I, however, went this straight and narrow path and decided to be a nurse and a nursing home administrator, which is an indoor job. Yes, yes. 82, Diana. I'm jealous. Ooh, Angela, awesome. Yes, she said she's getting ready to start a soccer wreath shortly and likes the idea of how I am stacking these bundles together and how it kind of all lies nicely. Putting the loops in there gives it a whole different dimension, like a different texture. Breaks up the monotony of just straight ribbon tails. And we are getting down to the wire. Let's see how many twist ties we have left. Whoops. Don't let go, Stephanie. Don't let go. Come back. Come back. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm rude. I did not say hello to you over on YouTube. But hello from Festive Creations. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I do wreath kit tutorials. I do bow making tutorials. And as soon as I can get more grapevines in, I'll be doing more with florals. I love working with florals. And I'm almost out of grapevines. I don't have any for sale on my website because I don't have enough for myself. But I'll be working with grapevines very shortly. We just sent out the summer edition of the Blooms and Greenery subscription box, where you get a new box every quarter. So four times a year, you get a new box with seasonal flowers in it. And of course, the summer box just was released this month. And I have all these gorgeous flowers I want to use for my floral designs, not only centerpieces, but also grapevines. And as I had custom order for 6 wreaths every day. Debbie, you go, girl. Love that for you. Renee, hello, my friend. How are you? Okay, we're getting near the end. We're almost around the edges. See how we're doing on time. We're doing very good on time. I do have a call that I wanted to be on that starts in about 15 minutes, and I think I'm going to be able to make it. It does help tremendously, though, when I pre-cut before we go live, because that takes a lot of the time. So today I was listening to a seminar while I was cutting mesh and ribbon tails. So it would save us a little time here on the live. I'm sure you guys don't mind it either. I met the customer at a craft fair in February, and Debbie, look at you go. So Debbie, I'm going to assume that you must have gathered that customer's information so that you could market to her and sell to her again in the future. And it's so funny because how many times, if you do craft shows, are you providing a way to connect with your customers, your people that purchase from you at those craft shows, so that you can potentially have them as repeat customers again in the future? So that's one thing that I teach in my business coaching group, is that step number one, have a clipboard, have a way for you to have that customer sign up to get emails from you, or some kind of way to communicate with them after you made the sale with them. Or maybe they didn't buy today. Maybe they were just looking, and how many times have they said, well, you know, if it's still here when I get back, but I don't want to carry it around. And of course, you know, you're like, well, I'll hold it for you. And they, you know, so rule number one at a craft show, the very first thing I ask my members is, what are you doing to connect with them after the craft show? What if you have an Etsy shop? Are you giving them access to your Etsy shop? Are you getting their email address so that you can let them know when you're having a sale? Or maybe just let them know that you've got new product on your shelf. You know, graduation's coming, wedding season's coming, all those things. So Rule number one. So Debbie, I'm going to assume that you made that connection somehow with her. And I'm super excited about that. Still feeling lucky. As soon as insurance improves surgery, I can get scheduled as soon as possible. Girl, I know you do. Hugs to you. You're getting closer, right? You're getting closer. Let's hope it happens soon for you. Look, she's got all these craft supplies calling her name. She can't craft. Yes, I get emails and I have a Facebook page, Blooming Beautiful Flowers. So she's encouraging people to sign up or go like her Facebook page. She's getting email addresses. And now she's got custom orders back to back for this repeat customer. That's awesome. Good for you. I'm super proud. All right, I am going to need this last final piece on my roll of mesh. Where am I at? You know what? No, I'm not. I don't want to use it because it has a staple in it. So for this one, I'm just going to use one piece of rolled up mesh. It's going to be at the very top of the wreath. No one's going to know that that one is missing one piece of mesh. Why, you say? Because I'm not super OCD. And this wreath is so full that you will never notice it. Ever, ever. I sold a lady a wreath off our local marketplace and have several repeat customers. Robin, I love that for you. Repeat customers are awesome. And of course, you know, when you have a way to connect with them, as I said, you know, that's where you can go, hey, I have, you know, do you have, looking for the perfect Mother's Day gift, looking for the perfect wedding gift, graduation gift. Y'all, our products make great all of the above. So even though it might feel like a slow season, it's not if you talk about those things. Graduation, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Mother's Day. Y'all, don't forget about all of those things. What do you have to offer for those? All right, so let's add, I need to get a hold of my cousin. We're gonna add some pipe cleaners. We're gonna add our sign. We've got our florals and we're gonna make a bow. So for this, I know that this wood sign is at least 1/4 inch thick and my staples are 1/4 inch thick. I put 2 staples and I put 4 pipe cleaners. Now, of course, if you're not sure if this is going to work for you, please don't put a staple in your sign and ruin the sign by having the staple go all the way through it. Always do a test area, or you can put some extra fabric in there, like the ends of your ribbon tails, or some people use foam. I'm adding some glue, guys. Hang on a second. So what I do, it's kind of messy right now, is I'll take hot glue and I'll put it over the staples. So it's kind of like a second line of defense if the staples were to shift loose by any chance. I've got a second layer of protection there. All right. While that glue is setting up, guess what we're going to do? We're going to make a beautiful bow. All right, so this kit not only comes with that gorgeous mesh combination, the sign, the florals, and all 3 ribbon, but it comes with this jute netting, this window pane ribbon in navy blue. And you'll notice that I did not use any of this on the ribbon tails, because this one is a little bit more expensive. So whenever I have an expensive ribbon, I very carefully try to place it to where it's going to be like showcased. So in this case, I'm going to do There we go. I'm going to do 2 loops on each side. There we go. And we're going to do 6-inch loops here, 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 and here. Now we're going to come on top of that, and we're going to use some of that 2.5-inch anchor ribbon. We're going to go right on top of that netting, that window pane ribbon. Again, about 5 inches. And this one is going to get 1 loop on each side because I want to be able to see that ribbon behind it. We want to be able to see that beautiful pricier ribbon. So whether it's the window pane or whatever ribbon you're using, we want to make it kind of showcased. I never dovetail the window pane ribbon. It will ravel very easily. So you're best to just leave it a straight cut. And now I'm going to take that 1.5 inch and we're going to do a little bit shorter again. This time we're going to do two loops on each side. Oops, I lied. Hold the phone, please. Because I wanted to come back in here and add 1 more piece. So I'm cutting like a 12-inch piece. I wanted to put this next. So now it brings that up another layer. And because it's window pane, you can see that anchor ribbon behind it. All right. Ooh, let's take our pipe cleaner or floral wire. In this case, I think I'm going, oh, look, I had another piece. I found it. I didn't even need that after all, but it's okay. We're all right. It was hiding over there. I'm going to take a piece of floral wire. And before I tie this completely up, guess what? I'm also going to make some ribbon tails out of some window pane because I want this to kind of shine. So I'm going to cut about 30 inches of this. Find my halfway point. Now when I lift this up, I'm going to take that piece of window pane, put it right back here. Use my floral wire. If you use pipe cleaners or zip ties, either one are fine. Tighten that up a little bit. Not just a little bit, a lot. And voila. By the way, using this, I still have probably 3/4 of this roll left. The nice thing about buying a wreath kit from Festive Creations is you get the entire roll of ribbon. So that it gives you that flexibility to make your bows the way you want them to. Maybe you want more than 1 bow. Maybe you want 3 smaller bows. You know what? That's totally up to you. I'm just not a firm believer of giving you just a few yards of ribbon because I truly want to encourage you to design and make it your own. Make it your own. Okay. Let me get this way. Here we go. So these are going to flow downward, and then I'll get the rest of this in just a moment. Before we do that, let's talk about where we're going to put that sign. And I kind of like it on the right-hand side here. So we're going to place that a little to the bottom on the right. Now, as I said, with this wreath kit, you get the 2 rolls of mesh, the wreath frame, the sign, the all 3 wired ribbon. You get 10 yards of the wired ribbon, and you get the beautiful floral spray that's over here on the right. That also comes, but I'm going to show you, we're going to add that at the same time as we add the bow. First, let me feed this through my mesh. Before I add that bow. And that way I can turn my wreath frame over and look to see where I'm going to attach this at. So I always like to try to find a cross wire when I can to help attach. And that is there and there. Let's go up one more, go through here. Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Now we can take that bow and we're going to feed that wire down through the mesh. As soon as my wire cooperates. I like to use the 22 gauge floral wire just because it does feed through a lot smoother than the 26, and it holds up better in the outdoors. So I do a lot of bow making, and we'll hang bows like on lamp posts and mailboxes and things like that. And so the 22 gauge holds up better for me in the great outdoors. All right, before I tighten it completely down, I'm gonna bring my loops around where I want them to be seated. And before I tighten this completely down, I still have a hold of the wire in the back. I'm not worried about the top ribbon so much, but where's my, yes, yes, yes. This is a great time to really look at where you want to add this. If you're going to add this before the bow, you can put this underneath your bow and slide it in there and tie them together. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put this in with the wire right here, and I'm going to cut it off a little bit shorter here in a minute, but it's going to come right through there, and we're going to use that floral wire to help adhere and attach that. All right, good deal. And now we can go and move my things around. This is actually going to be curved a little bit, and I like to take one of the twist ties and help anchor the end of it. It's such a, that eucalyptus on there is gorgeous. One, two, where is it? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. There it is. Yes, yes, yes. Even if you had a couple of little seashells, we could add them as an embellishment here. That would be fun. Starfish, things like that. You know, all of that, those little things, without raising the, you know, the price. And when you, the more you invest into it, the more products you put into it, obviously, then the more it's on the back end, it's going to be for our customer. But sometimes things like that can really make or break. And I like the long loops down here. So I'm going to play with that ribbon, that bow just a little bit more shortly, but let's take a look at this and see what that looks like. Whoops. Ta-da! I love that. I love that window pane. The window pane just kind of reminds me of a fishnet. That's what it reminds me of. Let me change the view so we can get in a little bit closer. There we go. So now we can see our finished design. I love all the colors. I love the way the contrast is there. And that window pane, like I said, it reminds me of like a fishnet. Super, super fun. Love that. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, ladies. Awesome. This has been fun. This is the Lighthouse Wreath Kit. I think Jill put a link to it down in the comments. So if you think you want to try your hand at the Lighthouse Wreath Kit, you can use that link below. Or, of course, you can always go check out all the wreath kits at festivecreationsbystephanie.com. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, they said. All right, y'all. Well, you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to hop on another call, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.